There is our guy David Adeleye there on the canvas in Saudi Arabia. Now 13-1. He's just been stopped by Fabio Wardley in Saudi Arabia on the undercard of Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now. Card not worth $80 unless Tyson Fury ends up getting his ass knocked out by Francis Ngannou, which I'm kind of rooting for. Why? Is because I want to see the chaos that it would bring to the heavyweight division or just boxing as a whole between UFC, just combat sports. Francis Ngannou knocking out Tyson Fury or even making Tyson Fury look bad would just obliterate the heavyweight division right now. Fabio Wardley has stopped David Adeleye via knockout in round number 7. Let me get you a little brief replay here. We got to be careful. So what I do is, this is actually the pay-per-view right here. I use a capture card and I record all of my pay-per-views now for my own personal use, for research, because these days, man, especially with Showtime fights, I'm wondering what's going to happen, like with their content. But here it is.
Wardley, again, has a few skills, but tactics, understanding.
That was the knockout. Wardley is a highly skilled fighter, now 17-0 with 16 KOs. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. The next batch of heavyweights, in fact, let me pull up this tweet here. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. We got a whole bunch of filler before Tyson Fury takes on Francis Ngannou, and they got a whole Olympic ceremony with Lil Baby and all this. It's a lot of celebrities there. I haven't seen anything like it before. Even when it came to Mayweather Pacquiao and De La Hoya Trinidad, I've never seen this many stars at an event before. What I don't like about this ESPN broadcast is that we didn't get to hear Fabio Wardley's post-fight interview. They started cutting the ads and filler. It's like, if I'm paying $80 for a pay-per-view, I want to hear what the winner of each fight on that pay-per-view card has to say. You know, I shouldn't have to go searching online to see a Fabio Wardley interview when I have the pay-per-view right here that I paid for. You know, and the thing is, it started to play, and then Sean Porter for some betting app pops up. But when I look at the heavyweight division right now, remember guys like, oh, I'm pulling up this tweet. My bad, I'm all over the place. I posted this earlier. You can follow me on Twitter at TstreeT Controversy. All right, where's it at? I was talking about the next generation of heavyweights. With Fury, Joshua, Wilder, Usyk, and Zhang and Ruiz all getting older and on the way out, I'm not confident in the next generation of heavyweights to be as marketable. Guys like Wardley, Philip Hergovitz, Martin Piccoli, Justice Hooney, who's fighting tonight, by the way, Otto Wallin, Daniel Dubois, Frank Sanchez, Big Baby Anderson. They just don't have that it factor. Now, tell me if you agree to an extent, because when I look at these next guys, like who's going to be the next big moneymaker for the heavyweight division? You know, I mean, let's like, who's the next? Because the new blood is guys like Wardley, Felix Hergovitz, Daniel Dubois, but he's already had 2 shots. Otto Wallin, you can't really consider him new blood, but he is in that next generation, kind of like Joseph Parker is as well. He's going to be the veteran of the newer generation, being only, what, 31 years old, if not 30. Gerald Big Baby Anderson, like, who is the next guy that we're looking at? Like, yo, he's going to be the next 10 million, 20 million. He's going to be the next global boxing phenomenon. Just like Deontay Wilder made it global. A lot of people didn't think he was going to get as far as he did. Tyson Fury's made it global, clearly. Anthony Joshua's made it global. Ada Ruiz's name is ringing some bells. Usyk's name is ringing bells. But who's the next guy? Even when it comes to charisma, I'm not seeing who that next guy is. Now, if I was to pick a fight between the 2 best fringe contenders, let's say Fabio Wardley versus Jared Anderson, would I pick Fabio Wardley? Probably. Probably. Would I pick Fabio Wardley over Zhang Zhang? But Zhang Zhang is in that. We would never see a Zhang Zhang Fabio Wardley fight. I doubt it. It never happened. So we're going to take him out. Fabio Wardley versus a Felix Hergovitz. How old is Hergovitz, by the way? I'm pretty sure he's on the younger end too. 31. Yeah, okay. I would pick Wardley over Dubois. I'm not sure I would pick Fabio Wardley over Hrgovic. Maybe Wallin. Frank Sanchez, well, he's listed at, how do they say he is? I remember at one point in time, they say he's 31. But Frank Sanchez was looking like this when he said he was 25. No bullshit. And I was looking like, that motherfucker ain't no motherfucker 20. But, you know, I don't want to get canceled. But basically, you know, somebody told me this years ago. It's like when the Cuban fighters get on the, or defect and get on the boat or however they get over here, you know, they come across and they get to pick their age in their new life. So you'll have somebody, you know, like an Iris Lindy Lara. He's been around for eternity, by the way. He'll be close to his real age. He'll come over like 26, but he'll say he's 24. You'll have a motherfucker like Rigo come over, or Luz Ortiz, well into their 30s. They'd be like, I'm 25. Motherfuckers looking like, you sure? Like, that's what you're gonna go with? Yeah. See. Damn well knowing Luz Ortiz ain't no motherfucking 25. He was 35. Let me stay on topic. I like Wardley, you know, but I'm just not seeing it. Just not seeing it. Like, can you carry the division? Am I gonna be like, yo, motherfucking Fabio Wardley fucking fighting this weekend, dog? You know what I'm saying? Oh no. Oh no. And when it comes to the next crop of heavyweights, like, who's the next big super fight? You know, in fact, Wardley's kind of up there too. How old is he? He's like close to 30, isn't he? Yeah, 28. So these guys are reaching their prime, and in this day and age, especially in combat sports as a whole, you know, it's not like when 10 years ago, if you're 35, you're considered old. That's still in your prime. Motherfuckers are fighting 38, 39, 40 these days. It's a big difference. But Joseph Parker stopped Simon Keane. I think that was round number 3. Uppercut KO. Carlos Takam got dispatched by Martin Bacoli. You can watch that on YouTube on the TNT Sports, not American TNT. It used to be BT Sport, but the TNT Sport boxing page. You can watch the undercard for that. This Mark Humadov, he's now ranked very high by the WBC, but he hasn't fought anybody that make me really feel like, okay, I'm going to really keep my eye on you. 18-0 with 17 KOs. He's supposed to be the next guy. But we still some quality names on his resume that I've seen before. Motherfucking ill. Samuel Peter, Jesus Christ. Jonathan Rice. Erkan Taper. I remember he put David Price dick in the dirt. Marouge Wap. You know, he's just going through the motions of fighting guys that have been around, that when you're coming up in the heavyweight division, these are the guys you fight. Michael Walesh. I've covered him before. Not sure against who. You know, and I'm just not seeing it yet. And he's 34 years old. He's supposed to be in the next group of guys. You know, so only time will tell. If I was to give this undercard a grade, oh yeah, Moses Atama. I remember I was practicing his name and I fucked it up. They were saying it earlier during this fight, and I was like, I kept saying it, and I fucked it up again. If I was to rate this undercard, 4 of 10. 4 of 10. 4 of 10 by fucking far. Like, it ain't nothing here, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't nothing here. So what I'm gonna do is, oh my God, they put a 47-minute timer on for when the main event comes on. It's 5:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this main event is not going to be starting until well past 6 p.m. The card started on pay-per-view at 2 p.m. The first 2 fights on the card were pay-per-view card were early stoppages. No fight went. Oh no, this is brutal. This is brutal. We'll be back for the main event. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. I am TstreeT Controversy with 5U360.